Yes. We are. Hello out there in TMSM Weekly Live land.
Hi. Happy Monday. We're back. It's Monday.
Yes, who's back? Back again.
We have so much to talk to you guys about this week.
And that's the alarm went off.
And that
So
was
start.
We have so much to talk to you about this week. So as usual, please do us a favor and share this video to your wall so that more people can join us. We had so much news hit today that Facebook did great with blogs, but my concern was that they were not going to be nice to us with our live feed and let people know that we're live. So if you want to help us out and be sure to share, maybe tag a friend to watch, that would be fantastic. And again, we even if the live views aren't great tonight, because of the Facebook reach, at least people can replay it and watch it all week long. So there's that.
That's
so
right.
share away.
TMSM Weekly Live brings families together for fun and magical dreams and all that fun stuff.
We do?
We should. We might not, but we probably should.
Okay.
What better way would there be to say it than we bring the magic to everybody?
I would like to think that we do.
Sorry.
Maybe. Okay, so, all right, so we have so much to talk about.
So let's get started.
We usually like to wait a minute for people to catch up, but that's what the replay is for.
That's
so let's have at it.
And that's also why we started a few minutes early, so we have that.
Yeah, I had a feeling that Facebook wasn't going to show alerts on this one.
Go figure.
And I was right. Shock.
Facebook not do something?
I know, Facebook, right? Like, not help us out?
Get out of Dodge. Okay.
Okay, anyway, go.
Hello, welcome to TMSM Weekly Live Show number 45 for March 18th, 2019. I am Scott Atwood.
I am Michelle Atwood.
As she swallows her water.
Sorry.
And we are back. It's Monday. We're back on Mondays. Last week we were on Tuesday.
Oh, that's right. We were Tuesday last week.
For those of you who tuned in here last Monday and we weren't here, we do apologize. We did do the show last Tuesday, so you can go back and watch it after this show, of course. Not during this one. Please don't do that during this one. Please.
Okay. So we have a ton to talk to you about. Where do you want to get started?
Well, I was just going to mention, over the weekend, we actually ventured away from our area. We didn't go to Disney. We didn't go to Universal. We didn't even go to SeaWorld. No. We went an hour away north.
Yep.
To Mount Dora.
Their
spring festival, which we're from Michigan. We like street fairs. We like all that kind of stuff. Mostly I like the food. She likes the street fair.
I like to buy things.
So Mount Dora everybody's told us, you got to go to the Mount Dora Festival. You got to go. And we've heard about it for 5 years, but we never went. So this year we decided to trek out there, and it was a lot of fun.
I really enjoyed it. It is like the first thing that I found down here that is very reminiscent of what we had up in Michigan. Now, please keep in mind that, and I'm not knocking Michigan because I lived there my whole life, there's not a whole lot to do. So, in the summertime when we have our street fairs, that's a big thing because our warm weather window in Michigan is so small.
Very small.
And it seems to get smaller. So when the street fairs hit in the summertime, I know for us, we look forward to that every year because it was something to do. They had crafters, they had bands, they had lots of cool merchandise to buy. So it was something that we always look forward to.
We actually used to work the fairs.
We did.
Back in the time when Michelle was making jewelry and such and bows for a while there. We were actually working the street fairs it was a way for us to kind of talk about TMSM before it even was what it is now.
Yeah.
But it was also just something we enjoyed doing. It was crafting.
Do you know what I remember? I remember we worked a street fair the one time, and there was this lady who was at the booth next to us, and this is so funny how things grow. But I was all excited because we had our Main Street Mouse stuff up and whatever, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I know who you are. You guys have 13,000 followers on Facebook." And at the time, 13,000 followers was, in my opinion,
that was huge.
Huge.
Still is huge.
It still is huge. 13,000 is still really
That's basically
huge.
What Fan Nation is.
Yeah, and and I remember her being excited to meet me, and I was like, why? I mean, at the time, and she was really nice. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean why in a negative way whatsoever. I mean, it was the first time. This was in 2013. It was the first time that somebody actually recognized, our site, the name, me personally. It was It was crazy. But I remember that. And those are all such good memories. But anyway, back to Mount Dora. So the festival out at Mount Dora is very similar to the kind of festivals we have up north. They had great crafters, little food booths. I actually bought stuff. Usually I don't buy anything here because it's not what we're used to.
Yeah, because they don't usually have it. And somebody wants to know, actually, Cheryl asked what ears you have on. Those are the Haunted Mansion ears.
They have these at Memento Mori. At least they did.
And Erica just informed me we're at 14,000 now on Fan Nation, which is fantastic and unbelievable and all that. I mean, just
if you guys aren't in TMSM Fan Nation on Facebook, please join it because it's a great community there. It's your people. It's definitely Disney files like yourself to where, you can go in there and you can ask questions and you can make friends. I mean, how many of you, and I know some of you that are watching, I know some of you have made some really good friends from being on the Main Street Mouse and from being in Fan Nation.
And I'll say this too about Fan Nation. You don't have to worry about anything. We police that thing tight. We do not let people bully other people. We don't let them talk about other people. We try to keep it as family friendly as we can to where it's a safe place for everybody to go and talk about Disney, which they love. Unfortunately, so many places in the real world, people look down on the Disney fans, and it's sad. So TMSM Fan Nation is your place to go and be yourself.
Corey said he hasn't made any friends here. You're such a liar.
Corey, well, it's Corey, though. He doesn't really have any friends.
He's family to us anyway, so
yeah, he's not our friend.
And Cheryl, yes, Cheryl McCall. Yes, we
Cheryl.
love you, Cheryl. And the thing is that
Judy,
it's such
Jody.
a good thing. Yeah. You guys are my people
Look
now.
at Jody. We've doing this for how many years now? Jody's been around, and we have never met her face to face.
I know, Jody. We need to make that change.
You need to get down here. Tell Scott I said you guys need to come down.
Yes. So, but anyway, please join us there as well. And I think it's really, really great that we have this community that we have. And if you do join TMSM Fan Nation, again, he said that it's a safe place to talk Disney. It's family friendly, and no one's going to solicit you. Nope. Because if you do, something will happen like it happened today, and somebody got removed for doing so, courtesy of Suzanne, because we don't let that happen.
No, and we have a no tolerance policy in there. For a long time there, Michelle used to be nice, and she'd give you a warning.
Michelle used to be nice.
Nice. But
did you hear this?
I established the fact that if people are going to come in there and break the rules once, they're going to do it again. They know there's a rule. They decide to break it blatantly. They're going to do it again. So we have a no tolerance policy in there. So if you break one rule, toodles. Bye-bye.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Elizabeth said she found us from the beginning too. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You know what is so cool? But yeah, I will never forget that festival in Michigan because it was the first time I ever felt like maybe we have something here.
Mm-hmm. Well, yesterday we ran into a follower. At all places, it was a Swedish department type store. If you can figure out which one I'm talking about, yellow and blue.
Big
4-letter
store, name. Cute furniture. Can you figure out?
Walk through a maze. Anyway, one of the employees there, actually, we were walking. We were kind of picking at each other in a fun way throughout the whole store. And then this lady comes up to me. She goes, "I'm sorry, but is your wife Michelle?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Scott. Nice to meet you." But I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh my gosh!" And so I took her over to meet Michelle, and
she didn't want to. She was afraid to meet me at first.
But her mom and her both found TMSM, and they love it, and that's what they bond with is TMSM.
And she got a little teary-eyed when she started talking about following what we do, and she's like, "I love what you do." And she knew things about me. Obviously, because she follows, but it was really, really cool. And whenever we meet somebody like that, I'm always like, "Oh no, don't get too excited. It's just me. It's good. We're good.
We're good.
We're good. It's fine."
Now, when they meet me, it's a whole different story. Like it's okay.
What does that mean?
Well, because me is a huge deal.
It is a huge deal.
Just because I'm huge.
Oh, stop!
Bye.
You're such a jerk. Okay. Anyway,
she called me a jerk.
I did.
I said she's
being jerky.
I said she's tough now, and she calls me a jerk.
Yeah, I'm gangster, like Corey taught me.
Straight out of the hood, Detroit,
313. So anyway,
Corey said he's never seen us when he's here either. Never runs into us. Never. I thought I saw Corey Tucker at Atlanta Braves game.
I thought I saw Corey Tucker.
I don't know. Maybe. I could be wrong.
Okay, news.
Oh, look, Chris was looking for us last time she was here, too. Chris, we'll see you on the cruise if I'm not mistaken, though.
Oh, gosh. You know what?
Oh, see, Chris is a Scott fan, girl.
Oh, there
I have a fan.
See?
Yeah. I almost have my own website.
Right.
Scott Nation.
Scott Nation.
That's funny.
All right, anyway.
Nobody would join but Chris.
Oh, my gosh. Stop it. Okay, let's talk about news. Okay, so let's...
Is there any news?
There's a ton.
back.
There's a ton of news.
Sit back, relax.
Oh, hey! Before we start, too, did you guys happen to catch the little 3-minute video I did last night and put it on YouTube?
Here.
Oh, you already had
that
Did I skip
there.
ahead?
No, it's fine. You can talk about it.
Okay, speaking of news, because we're always having issues. We always have issues.
We're not just talking personal. We're talking mainstream mouse issues.
That's right. We got issues. So, because with people seeing our blogs or seeing stuff in the nation or seeing stuff wherever, because, we only have so much control over what gets seen. So I thought I had this brainstorm idea.
Boom! There was like a lightning bolt that hit the house.
I could do these quick little videos just to give you the top 3, 4, whatever, like these short videos to let you know, like, this is what you missed. Or maybe you didn't miss it, but just in case. So if you like those little videos, my first one went up last night. I'm gonna try to do one, if not every day, every couple of days. It depends on the news.
Right. She was gonna do one, but she probably won't do it on Mondays because we do the show. So it probably won't be like tonight. You wouldn't do it.
No, I wouldn't do it tonight because you're getting a whole hour of us.
And then on the weekend, she'll probably do a combined video, say on Sunday nights. I would guess.
Yeah,
that would make the most sense. Probably.
Yeah, but I just want to know if please send me your feedback on these little videos.
They're all saying they like it. They
because
it
so far, like it just came out like late last night. And it's gotten a decent amount of views and actually a couple of good comments, which for me, that's exciting because it's been so hard to grow our YouTube channel.
So it's impossible to grow.
This has been
YouTube.
really great. So I really hope that you guys like these little videos and keep sending me your feedback because your feedback is what gives me new ideas of things to try. And if something is not working, then we can fix it.
And if you're not already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and make sure you there's a little bell there. If you hit the bell, you'll get notification emails or alerts or however you have it set up in YouTube to let you know when a new video gets posted.
Yes. So there's that. Okay, so back to news.
Okay, so let's go to the news.
Let's go to news.
Well,
let's go to news and neither of us say anything.
That's how much there is. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll be back next week.
Bye-bye. Go ahead.
Okay, so the first thing that we want to talk about, and it was kind of controversial when it hit the news for the WDW ticket increases.
Yeah, did you guys hear about this?
If you haven't, that means you didn't read the site this week. So we got you.
Gotcha.
But anyway, so if you didn't hear, last week Disney put out that they're going to go to, what's it called? The structured tiered pricing.
Fred, you're asking me. It's tiered pricing, isn't it?
Tiered pricing. So it's going to go based on when the attendance is the highest. Disney's going to charge the most to get in the park that day. Their hope, though, is to deter some of the big crowds that we get at Christmas and the holidays time. And that's when the highest price is. It'll be from Christmas Day through New Year's Eve, or was it New Year's Day? I think New Year's Eve, that's all they've listed at this point. That is the most expensive time to go. Which makes sense. It is the busiest time, and Disney, like any company, is looking at how can we make the most money.
Yeah, you got to look at this. I talked about this on the radio last week. My one segment that I actually was okay with. It was that one, wasn't it?
They were both good. Don't want to fool you.
The first one was
okay. Well, that's
don't
okay.
Anyway, so we talked about it on the radio, and Joe, who is my radio boss, had a good point. He said he was kind of for the increases. Now, before we get all crazy about it, the reason he said he was for it is because there are times, like he mentioned Christmas. There are certain times of the year that it is a hot mess to be at Disney because the crowds are so bad, and it is not fun. Mm-hmm. Now that we live here, or maybe we have a different approach or a view.
Well, if you're coming here on vacation, you want to spend it there. But when do we worry the most about putting out those blogs that say the park is at capacity? Is that week of Christmas?
Oh my gosh, always.
That's when we worry. We don't worry about that any other time of the year until Galaxy's Edge opens. That's the only time of year that we actually worry about when the park hits capacity.
Christmas time, like we'll be in Michigan for the holidays, and I'm still watching all the alerts in Florida because there's always, different levels of capacity that people hit, especially for Magic Kingdom. There's just certain times that the parks are crowded, not just Christmas, but it's up and down. Spring break is usually, really busy.
It's busy. Yeah, it might not hit capacity, but when it's between 95 and 98% capacity, it's a madhouse there, and you're going to wait hours to get on a ride. And so that's when we try.
This is supposed to help alleviate a little bit of that, or it can also facilitate some of the cost of all the things that they're building. Because if you keep up with everything that we put out, There is construction and updates going everywhere.
Everywhere but Animal Kingdom right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nothing going on Animal Kingdom.
They did all the Pandora stuff, so I think they took the break right now. But there is construction, major construction going on at both Magic Kingdom and Epcot for sure.
Oh gosh,
Studios Galaxy Edge is starting to wind down and get ready, but you've got that. You've got Mickey's Runaway Coast or Ride coming. You have so much going on, so there's so many projects. Those have to be funded, and if we want new things. If we want new attractions and new fun things to go to, they have to raise the prices because, unfortunately, technology, the price goes up. Disney, in order to get that technology, has to pay top dollar for it.
That's true.
Just like, and Universal is really starting to give Disney a run for their money when it comes to attractions and rides.
They are.
The new ride they're coming out with, Hagrid's Motorbike, looks phenomenal from everything I've seen so far, and it's really going to set the bar even higher with when Harry Potter opened. Disney's like, oh boy, wow, look at these rides, are really cool. And now I think so in order to keep that level of interest going up to where the fans are like, wow, Disney wowed me again, they really kind of have to do this.
They're stepping it up, but all that stepping up costs money too. And you're going to be able to, if you go on Disney's website, you can actually pull up a calendar that gives you the different pricing on what days are more expensive to go. The good side of it, though, is that a lot of people don't buy a one-day pass. The one-day pass is what's going to cost you, in my opinion, the most difference. Yeah. If you buy a 3-day, 4-day, 5-day pass, it's going to be cheaper to do it that way.
Right. I think the week of Christmas, so the 25th through the 31st, a one-day park hopper pass, correct?
Park hopper, yes.
Park hopper is $219. $219. You can go to all 4 parks if you have time. But one day, and then parking also is going up during that time. And I believe up to at least I think it's preferred those $45 to $50.
$45 to $50 just to park. Now, see, you know what? I'll say this. I get the increases on the tickets for certain days of the year because of the crowds, because of whatever. When we first moved here, there was no preferred parking. You could park what's now preferred parking, like, what is it, Aladdin at the Magic Kingdom? Is that the one that's the closest?
Aladdin on that side, and then on the other side it is that's not Captain Hook. Who is it? Whatever the first one is.
Well, whatever.
Is it
no, I don't remember. But anyway, so my whole point is
whatever the first 2 lots are.
You could park in that close spot. It didn't cost you anything. And then they put it out for like $20. And then it's just continued to rise from there. And then here's the crazy part, because there's been times that we've gone to Magic Kingdom and they put us in the row right next to preferred parking, and those people spent how many amounts of dollars to park there. We're in the next row over and we parked for free because we're annual pass holders. So I mean, I think the parking thing is what bothers me the most.
It does bother me also because besides you get a little bottle of water. It's like an 8-ounce bottle of water when you park there for everybody in your car.
Little, yeah.
Not worth what you're paying for it. But my thing is, you don't really have to walk. There is the tram service. So it's like no matter where you park, all you got to do is get to your row, which even if you're parking in preferred, you're not getting tram service. Chances are you're walking because you're that close.
That is true.
You don't want to get, so now you're going to walk even further, but if you're in the back, and guess what, kids? That's a ride. The tram is a ride.
It is.
Tram leads you to either the boat or the monorail. Your second ride of the day.
Yeah, that's true. I think, because that's just the thing, and I'm going to go off on a sidebar again. I know I said it before. Magic Kingdom is such a pain in the butt to get in and out of. It's such an ordeal as it is. You know, parking lot's always a madhouse. And then you got to take the tram, and then you got to go through security. Then you got to take the boat or the monorail, and it's such an ordeal. Even if you paid the extra money to park in Aladdin and you're going to spend, let's say, $50 on a prime day, don't do that.
Save your money. Use it for something else.
Because it's not going to really cut you any time off of your journey from Magic Kingdom to back. It's going to be long anyway.
It's funny because we were talking about something similar today, because over the years when news breaks or whatever, something happens in the park, we've always had people say, oh, you're close to Disney, just run over to the Magic Kingdom and get a picture. For us to go to the Magic Kingdom, granted, we were less than 15-minute drive to the Magic Kingdom parking lot by the time we park, get to the tram get on the tram, then get on the monorail or the boat, then get through security, all this stuff.
All that.
It takes us almost an hour to get in the park from our house just to go get a picture. So it's like, it takes a lot of time to get to Magic Kingdom. Hollywood Studios, you can get in faster. Animal Kingdom, every other park you can get in a little bit faster. Epcot's getting a little bit faster.
But there is no just running to the Magic Kingdom real quick for a picture. That's impossible. And also, Speaking of parking lots, if you look at like overhead maps or whatever, which I think you can see like Google Earth or whatever that's called, Hollywood Studios parking lot is ginormous.
Tripled.
I am not looking forward to when they start utilizing that whole lot, because you think Magic Kingdom's a big lot to get in and out of. This is massive. It's just
and I
huge.
wonder if they're going to move the trams to go up to those far out lots. That
They're
used to be
have
trees.
to do something because the lot is so big.
I would say it's tripled in size. It had to have at least tripled in size, and that's the anticipation of Galaxy's Edge. And I think that's Disney being smart. They're being proactive about it, because it just makes me wonder, though, once that parking lot's full, how full that park is going to be. I'm not going. There is no way. No way. Hey, Chris is on. And somebody asked about Lightning McQueen, March 31st. We haven't gotten the details yet. We're hoping that they have some kind of media thing in the next week or so they announce. So as soon as that does come out, we will let you know more about Lightning McQueen. But I just wanted to hit that while we saw the message.
And if for some reason they don't have a media event for this Lightning McQueen Racing Academy,
we'll be there.
We'll go check it out anyway. So we will let you know what that's about. Yep, so anyway, so that's the long and short of it when it comes to ticket pricing and how it's different depending on parts of the year. I hope we made that pretty easy to understand without going off.
And we knew it was coming. Disney talked about the tier pricing months ago. It was mentioned. We didn't know what it detailed, but we kind of had an idea, and it's really what happened, what we thought was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was coming. We just didn't know when it would be implemented. And now, like I said, go on Disney's website, and there's like
search the calendar. There's a calendar on there, and you can pick whatever day you plan to go. And actually, the one thing, the benefit you can have, though, if your dates are flexible, is you can go in there and play around with dates and try to see what dates are cheaper, what dates are more expensive. And that should also give you an indication of the crowd level for those days. Yeah. Or the anticipated crowd level. So that way you can say, you know what, the Magic Kingdom's full price this day, but 2 days later it's this price. Let's go to Animal Kingdom that day, and then we'll go to Magic Kingdom 2 days. So it's a way for you to, I know a lot of people, you have to go to Magic Kingdom on the Monday. You have to go there on the last day of your trip. You have to do this. But if you can save a little bit of money, which at Disney saving money just means more souvenirs to take home.
Just take that money and put it towards something else.
I wasn't going to buy this Duty and Burke, but I saved $10 on getting in the park, so it was justified.
I didn't pay for preferred parking, so that's $50 that goes towards something I want to buy, right?
That's right.
I think that's reasonable.
No, because then I owe you like 12 purses. That don't work. No, never mind. Okay, on to the next subject.
Okay, on to the next subject. What's next? What do you have next?
I had next was my happy news that broke on, was it Friday?
Thursday.
Was it Thursday? I was so excited to hear that James Gunn was rehired by Marvel to do Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yes.
And I know there was a lot of controversy. A lot of people go back and forth on this one. My thing is, and you can ask Michelle, I'm very big on forgiveness. And yes, he screwed up years ago. He admitted he screwed up. He admitted that he's changed his ways and everything like that. And
what the comments that he got fired over were something he made 10 years ago. And I don't know about you. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. No. I would like to think that I've learned a lot from mistakes of my past and try to be a better person. And I believe that there is such thing as forgiveness. And people change.
And you got to remember, James Gunn had never done anything major until he signed on with Marvel to do Guardians. Right. So he had done films, but nothing with the level that the Guardian films brought with it. I don't think there's anybody else who could do the films. And do
the actors didn't want to do it without him either, so that everything was kind of at a standstill because nobody wanted to. Exactly. Like the actors, the crew, the whatever, just didn't want to go on. But it is going to happen now. But the date is changing as far as what?
It is because James, while he was let go from Disney, DC decided to run out and say, you know what? We need to get him up because we need somebody to do Suicide Squad 2 and make it a great movie because DC really is lacking at the box office compared to Marvel. And so they went and they hired James Gunn to do Suicide Squad 2. James stated that when he came back to the Disney deal that he will do Suicide Squad 2 before he does Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And I believe that has a date of either 2021 or 22. I'm not sure. So Guardians 3 will be after that. So way down the pipeline from now. But I guess we'll see what happens with that. But I'm just happy because James wrote the first movie, the second movie, and he had already wrote the script for the third movie. It would be very hard to bring in another director who has that same vision with those actors and make it work. It's very hard when you switch out an actor, let alone to switch your director. And we got to talk with a couple of the people, as we've mentioned before, in Alabama's Magic City Con last year who were actually in Guardians. There were a couple of the Ravagers. And they told us, because I was picking their brain, and I said, how is James on the set, though? Does he let people ad-lib? Does he let you kind of do what you want? And they said, no, he is very, this is the way I wrote it, this is the way you're going to play it, and it didn't matter who the actor was. He'd give a little bit of leeway to some of the bigger names, maybe, but for the most part, they said, James said to do it this way, do it that way, and if they didn't, they had to reshoot it to do it the way he wanted it. He was very, this is my vision, and we need to bring my vision to life. So,
and I will say, too, I can't stop. Ugh. Speaking towards somebody's character. So we met two of these guys that were in the movie, and they became friends with us, and Facebook friends and whatnot. And after it came out that he was fired for something he said on Twitter or whatever, a joke he made 10 years ago, those actors all rallied, signing like the change.org or whatever they are. All these petitions trying to get him reinstated,
including the big names.
Yeah, so I mean, that's gotta. If you have people that can speak to your character and what kind of person you are, and I think that says a lot. I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, I don't like to judge as far as like somebody else just said too. People change, especially in a 10-year span. I was a hot mess 10 years ago. I would not want to go back 10 years ago because it took me a long time to get my crap together. And I think, as you get older, you change, and your values change, and what's important to you changes, and society changes because like 20 years ago, like the jokes and such that we would
Seinfeld would not be able to be on television today.
You couldn't have a lot of the stuff that you watch on Seinfeld reruns now. You're like, ooh, like people don't talk like that anymore. So I think everything changes with the times, and so do people. That's just that's my take.
No, and like and going from the movie standpoint though, switching directors, Chris just made an excellent point. Look what happened with Star Wars. Episode 8, Force Awakens, blew it out of the park. J.J. Abrams did a great job. Then they go to that was episode 7. Episode 8, they went to, I think his name was Rain Johnson, if I'm not mistaken, and the movie kind of flopped. So, and they're actually bringing J.J. back to do the final one because his vision was completely different than what this other director's was, and that's the unfortunate thing. You have a director come in, they want to see it their way. They don't care what the script says that was written. They don't care about any of that. They want their vision. So I think it's important that James Gunn come in there, just like George Lucas did with his original Star Wars. He has to tell his story. He has to do it his way. And I believe James Gunn, in order to do the Guardians of the Galaxy correctly, has to tell his story.
I agree.
So, and in addition to that, the next day, the Avengers Endgame trailer dropped.
It did drop.
I was blown away.
Yeah, he's super excited about that as well.
Just a little bit. Well, it's just, the trailer makes me so excited about it. But then I heard Kevin Feige put out a statement that everything in that trailer takes place in the first 15 to 20 minutes of the movie. So
and the movie's long. Did you
3
hear
hours
that?
almost.
The movie's like really long.
Yeah, it's testing at 3 hours. So to hear that just blows me away that we're going to learn all that in the first 20 minutes of the movie. So it's like we still got 2.5 hours of movie after that. Who knows what's going to happen. So I'm excited.
He's
a little
excited.
bit. I'm kind of a little Marvel fan. So
he's a little bit of a Marvel fan. But
I don't know. Let me drink out of my Marvel cup. And it's here.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
with my Captain America.
Next subject. We are moving on to...
Oh, who's got to go potty? I need a pass.
A potty pass. No, I was thinking about when you're in a movie for a long, like 3 hours, and you get yourself like a big Diet Coke, and you're like, oh, shoot. Because, especially these Marvel movies, you're like, man, it was too bad they can't have an intermission so people can run.
Well, there was actually talk of an intermission possibly for Endgame because the test audiences would not get up. They said the movie was so well done, these people did not want to leave their seat to miss a minute. So they were talking about intermission, but I don't think it's going to fly. Okay,
so speaking of having to use the restroom, here's how I segue that. So on Sunday, Janelle had put out an article about a potty pass at Pandora. Did you guys hear about this? I will admit, I did not understand what the heck that was all about. I'm like, what do you mean a potty pass? Because we had this joke for the longest time. We were going to make like a parody video. This is before we even did videos.
This was like our first year here. I came up with this idea.
About like a fast pass for the bathroom and do like a silly little thing where you have to scan in as you go into the Rapunzel bathroom or something. And
I actually created the photo that we were going to use at the time. And I had put one of the Magic Band scanners right in front of the Punzi potty, actually is the one I used.
Yeah.
And just have a big long line on one side and then people walk up, oh, okay, it's my bathroom time. Click and go inside.
Yeah, like you get to use the bathroom between 1:45 and 2:45. No, I mean, that's not what that means.
But it would have been a funny video had we ever pulled it off, but we couldn't.
It would be good. So, okay, so the whole point of these potty passes is they have this for Flight of Passage at Pandora. And I believe that they're doing the testing on this first because it's the ride on property that has the longest line always. Mm-hmm. I mean, it takes forever to get on Flight of Passage.
Well, Pandora's not close. So you got to fly all the way to Pandora, and it takes a while.
Do you want to finish?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so Flight of Passage. Here's how this is going to work. If you did not read her article, I'm going to tell you about it in layman's terms, like make it easy peasy.
So I understand.
Yeah. He's going to make it easy, so Scott understands. And no, Chris said you could wear Depends, problem solved. Okay, so if you don't want to wear adult diapers, here is a better option for you. So let's say you're in line of Flight of Passage, and you were drinking something, had yourself a nice big cup of, for me like Diet Coke, and shoot, I've been in line for an hour and a half. I still got like another hour and a half, and I'm not going to be able to hold it.
She wouldn't have made it the hour and a half.
No.
Let's just get that right out the way now.
So what's a girl to do when you have to go but you don't want to lose your spot in line? Well, Disney has an option for that. So what you're going to do is you're going to flag down a cast member, and they're going to give you a potty pass. It is an actual like lanyard with a card. It doesn't say potty pass. It says.
It'd be funny if it does.
If it does say potty pass, we're going to have to take credit for that, but it doesn't.
I'm going to steal one. I'm just going to lay it out there. That's mine.
So potty passes, basically, you get a badge. It kind of reminds me of a hall pass, like in school. You have to, you take it with you and go.
Bring it back.
So, okay, so the thing is, you're going to get your pass. You're going to get to go to the bathroom. But instead of you going back in the line where you were and getting people mad at you because you know how people are, you're cutting in line, blah, 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 even though you just went to the bathroom and came back, there's like protocol that people don't want you to leave the line for any reason, and then you're not getting your spot back. That's not very magical, but that's how it is. I don't care because I'm nice, but like I get irritated sometimes. But like if somebody is in front of me and has to go and pull their kid aside or whatever else.
Well, the most irritated one though is when you got one person in line, and then all of a sudden 9 people join them because they were holding the spot.
Now that's annoying.
That's annoying.
If
you're that guy,
don't be that guy.
Leave.
Because you remember I don't be that guy articles that I feel I don't write anymore because I don't want everybody to get mad at me and have like torches on my front lawn for upsetting somebody.
That's why we had to move.
But it's common courtesy. Like I hate that when you got somebody standing in line in front, especially when we're waiting a long time, and all of a sudden, him and 30 of his closest friends are getting on the line, and you're like, what?
Now I have a question.
What?
Because I admit it, I did not read the Potty Pass article. Did not read it.
Then how can you even?
That's why I have a question.
All right. What?
So is there a time limit? If I get this potty pass and I know I've got like a 2-hour wait left, guess where I'm going? I'm going to Santulli Canteen. I'm going to have some lunch.
No.
I'm going to go to the bathroom and get me a drink, and then I'll come back and meet you guys in line at the place. And don't tell me other people aren't going to do the same thing.
See, actually,
they're going to leave their kid on their phone who will just play Tetris or Minecraft or whatever, Fortnite, whatever these games are they're playing. They're going to leave the kid there playing the game, and then the adults are going to go. They're going to have something to drink, something to eat, maybe shop a little bit. Okay, look at that. My son just texted me. We're almost on, so I'm going to go back.
No, it's not how that works. So, like, you can't. Or you're going to go sit on the toilet and, just sit there for a while.
No, I'm not going to sit on the toilet. I'm going to go sit in the Santulli Canteen. No. I'm going to get my food. I'm going to go sit on a chair. I'm going to eat my food.
No, that's not how that works.
But how do they know? If it's a paper pass, it's going to be like, oh, no, you were gone 22 minutes. Sorry.
You don't get to go back in the
line. I
had
a stomachache. Well, yeah, but you got to go somewhere to get back in the line.
There's like a holding.
There is. But what I'm saying is, what if, like you said, you're an hour and a half into the line, you have an hour and a half left to go. And I go to the potty. Who's to say I have to be back to that line in 12 minutes? You were supposed to be back here in 4 minutes. Well, I had a bellyache. I'm sorry. Who's going to tell you can't take longer? And cast members aren't going to get, you were gone 7 minutes, you're out of here. You weren't in the bathroom all the time. We GPSed where you were at. You sat in the canteen eating the whole time. You can't come back in. I mean, I'm curious.
I
Even Chris said I got a point.
Okay, I don't.
You're going to have 12 people in line that are holding it for 4,000 other ones because everybody's sitting there eating food. Because why would you would not have to fit your food breaks in there now. You could just go eat one.
Shane said there's a potty patrol. And there should be a potty patrol because...
I'm putting that thing will be in my pocket. Nobody will see it till I go to get back in that line.
I don't think... Wait a minute. You know, I was really trying to tell the story of how this is supposed to work, and you totally...
But I bet you there's a lot of people who didn't really think of it in that way. They're probably like, I'm going to go to the bathroom and get right back in line. And I'm thinking...
You can't leave. You can't leave.
Where do you go to the bathroom? You don't go inside the attraction. You have to leave the attraction and go to the bathroom. And then where is the bathroom in Pandora?
Well, there's one outside the ride, outside the store.
Right, and there's another...
But it's not by the line.
But that's right by the food place, too. So you go get some food, you eat... Go to the bathroom, get back in the exit, which is where you return, and you get back in line, and you're put into the Fast Pass area where you wait for your party to show up, and then you get on the ride. Here, I brought you an extra burger. I thought you were hungry.
No,
Or those little pineapple and cream cheese egg roll thingies?
That you say they don't give you a big enough amount anymore.
They used to be bigger. They made them smaller.
So, I mean, I...
See? People are going to need a potty pass, so they're laughing so hard.
Oh, okay. But that's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to take the pass, go to the bathroom, and then come back to, like, the potty pass holding area.
If you don't return, this potty pass is invalid after 12 minutes. There was a line at the bathroom. I got stuck. It was out of toilet paper. What can I do?
So there's a holding pattern that you're, like, stuck in.
The guy in front of me didn't wash his hands, and I got sick, and I couldn't leave right away.
Oh, my gosh.
It happens.
Can I finish now?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. So when I can't. I'm
Even Jody said I have valid questions.
Do not encourage him, you guys. I want to get the story out, and then you can. I mean,
you can send all your questions and comments to Michelle at the Main Street Mouse. That's Michelle with one L.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Chris just said the same thing I was thinking. How dirty is that pass gonna be? Like.
I know. Here you go. I don't want it. I'm good. Can you just put on my magic band? That's what they should do. Build it into your magic band. That I have a potty pass, and then they scan it when you come back and say, okay, yeah, they were on potty pass.
Or what if somebody accidentally drops it in the toilet by mistake? You know, like you have it in your pocket.
Some people would probably do that just to be evil.
Go swish it around the toilet and give it back.
That's
I
nasty.
hope nobody would be that big of a jerk to do something like that.
Somebody probably would.
Anyway, back to the potty holding
And if not,
area.
we just gave them all the ideas to do it.
Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Don't put your
She
potty
will call
pass
you
in
out
the
by
toilet.
name and picture.
Okay, anyway, back to the potty pass. So after you follow the rules and go take your pass and go to the bathroom and do things the right way and go back to the where you're supposed to be and not at the Satuli canteen or get the place eating the pineapple whatever cream cheese rolls.
It's good if they were bigger.
Ugh. Okay, anyway, so you're in the potty timeout area. Like, you don't get to go back in line. This is like the worst story I've had.
They have like a pop-up potty that comes to you. A little tent. You go in, you go out, you get out, you go
Oh
in.
my gosh. I
think Magic Band scan the potty because then they're going to know if you're gone an hour. Wait a minute, you don't get back in line, you're gone an hour. Just saying, if somebody's gone an hour, you better prove to me you don't feel good. You better have a fever, your glands better be swollen on your throat, you better have a rough voice if you're sick if you're gone an hour.
Okay, but, alright. Can I get back to
the
story?
Go ahead.
Alright, so...
Let's finish it up, this story's boring.
This is awful. Okay, potty pass holding area. You and the other pottiers are in a certain area.
Corey, I can't wait till we go on to this.
Okay, you and other people who can't hold their water are in the potty area.
You know how many times I go to the bathroom and I'm thirsty afterwards?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's move on.
Alright, anyway.
You guys get the idea.
There's more to it. You won't let me finish.
You keep laughing. Finish.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you're in the potty holding area with the other pottiers. You don't get to go back in line and cut back in line and make people mad.
Cut us entertainment gold.
So when you meet up with your people like you go back, you don't get to go back in line. You're in the potty area, the potty holding area.
Don't
Don't
shake anybody's hand.
And then you are supposed to like, oh, okay, like we're gonna like pretend. Okay, so I'm in the potty holding area. You're not.
That's not gonna happen. I want food.
So when you see your party, you leave the potty area and you go with your party. You meet up back at your party.
Now, what happens if you take too long and your party gets on the ride while you're there and you don't know that they got on?
Why are you asking? Why did we should have talked about this before we went live because I don't have.
We were busy doing other stuff. We didn't have time. We were running late.
Oh my gosh. So actually, I don't really fully understand how all this works. All I know is that there's a potty pass, a potty holding area, and you don't get to cut back in line. You got to wait for your people after you use the bathroom.
So it's kind of like the child area where you wait with your child to get back. Well, at Universal, it's a room. They put all the parents with the children in a room to wait for the other parent to arrive. So at Disney, you just get the child spot.
It's like the holding pattern of shame. Like
I had to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry.
I had to go. I'm sorry.
I had to order the large Diet Coke. And I didn't sweat enough. I have to go.
Okay, Janelle said if you miss your party when you're in the potty too long, you don't get to go on. So they punish you for not using the pass quick enough and get back in line.
All I know is I'd be full and my family would be off the ride.
Oh my god. So anyway, this is what I think.
They need porta potties.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't say it, Joan said it.
Listen. So here's what I think. I think, and this is in the article because the staff had talked about this. I think because the lines for Galaxy's Edge are going to be ridiculous, that they're testing the potty pass in over in Pandora because
it's the closest they have.
It's the closest thing they have for a really long wait.
But that makes my theory even better because you could get a line for a Star Wars line after breakfast and might not ride till dinner. People are going to be passing out from hunger.
Do you guys remember back in the day, 5 years ago, when the Anna and Elsa meet and greet started and folks were waiting in line for 5 hours for that?
No way.
Okay, so, and there was a lot of ruckus back then that people were so unhappy about how that had to work and people are holding, their spot in line and they're doing this and,
and people said they left the line because they had to go to the bathroom and they couldn't get back to their spot.
And then people were mad because, you're trying to get back in line and it's just a big old mess. So I really think that they're trying to find ways before Galaxy's Edge opens to alleviate some of the problems because, okay, think about it. If the Anna and Elsa meet and greet area was 5 hours, can you imagine what Galaxy's Edge is going to be?
It's gonna be crazy.
I mean, I really, I can't imagine. I know it's going to be crazy. I'm looking forward to reporting about it, actually. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm actually looking forward to getting there and to check it out.
And just on a side note about Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland, I don't know if maybe some people may have missed this news that came out, though. You're going to need a no-cost reservation the first 3 weeks of Galaxy's Edge out there to even get in the land. So you could have your theme park ticket. You could walk into the park, but unless you have that reservation, I think it's from the opening day till June 23rd, you have to have this reservation to be able to enter the Star Wars land in Disneyland.
See, no, that's interesting.
Which is crazy that you even have to make that reservation.
And Disneyland is not usually as busy as Disney World. Right. So what are they going to do for us here?
Yeah, they said right now Disney World's going to run just normal. You just walk in the land and you do what you do. But they're saying Disneyland, because they are opening months before, maybe it's a way to test it and see how that works to decide if they're going to do it here. Because they're going to need something. It's going to be insane.
It's going to be a madhouse.
And we're almost to the 60-day window for Disneyland Galaxy's Edge. The end of this month will be the 60-day window. So we'll find out what's going to happen. Okay,
so we will keep you posted on that. I think that the if they can fine tune the potty pass idea, and try to make it work for people who try to cheat the system, who want to go have more food and something else to drink instead of going in the.
People in Disney must see it because look at the new line of clothes that just came out. All the Delish line is everywhere. It's all about food. Don't show me food all over if you're not expecting me to go get some.
And that's fine. It's not about that. It's about...
I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Okay. So, you know what? Maybe we need to go over there and try it just to see if there's a way to finagle around the system. Not that we're for rule breaking.
I'll find a way.
But no, I want to see how they get it to where you can't. So
Okay,
somebody like you who needs a snack cannot leave the line. Or
So we're going to go to Animal Kingdom, which we really don't do that often, but we'll go there and try this and see what happens.
All right. So anyway, that's all we know about that. That really went well.
That was funny. Everybody kept saying it was hilarious. They were cracking up.
Yeah.
It was gold, Jerry. Gold.
Oh.
Okay.
Goodness.
Now it's you again with merchandise.
Me again? What is this? Me again?
Because you did the potty stuff. Now you're going to do the merchandise stuff.
No, I didn't get to do the potty stuff because you took it over.
I just made fun of it.
You took the ball and ran with it.
Somebody has to be devil's advocate and play the what if.
Except you ask questions I don't know the answer to.
Well, that's, yeah.
So anyway, all right, we'll see how that goes. All right, so moving on. Merchandise updates, which now I can't remember because I'm all flustered from the potty pass story. I should have written it down. Okay,
did you see what Chris just said?
No.
The potty pass gives a whole new meaning to C3PO.
P.O.
Oh,
no.
That's funny.
Okay, merchandise. Let's get back on track. Okay, I got one. Spirit jerseys for dogs came out today. What?
He's not getting one. There is not enough. No, it's not happening.
He's still over there.
He's somewhere, but no. No.
Yeah. So Spirit jerseys for dogs came out. Now, if you recall, they were at the merchandise preview that I was lucky enough to be invited to in January, so I knew they were coming, but they hit shelves today. There is a purple one and a black one. They are $34.99, and they run from sizes to little dogs to big dogs.
So they don't have Jack's size. Enormous dogs.
So everybody's saying Jack needs one.
Well, then they can do a GoFundMe and pay for it. GoFund Jack and...
But he's fat, so I don't know if it would fit him. He's short and fat.
We need to get a seamstress to sew 2 together.
No, he's not that fat. He just, anyway. See, Jen wants to put one on the cat. Why not? You would get a small Spirit jersey for your cat. We don't discriminate. Why not? We have a cat, too. We could get him matching.
I'm definitely not buying a cat.
See, everybody thinks that.
Because you know why? They want to take a picture and make fun of us for having
Everybody thinks Jack needs a Spirit jersey. I think that if we could arrange that, it would be a really cute photo opportunity.
If you can find 35 people to each give you $1.
I could find one. I don't know what size you would need because, again, short and fat.
That's a size.
Does it come in short and
Instead
fat?
of tall and curvy. Short and fat.
Okay. The Spirit jerseys for the dogs, again, only come in the purple and the black. There is a yellow Spirit jersey that is hitting the parks, which was also at that merchandise event that I was just referring to. That's going to be out later this week, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Oh, there was a press release for Steamboat Willie Legos that
There you go.
today.
Cheryl will pay for Jack's jersey.
Cheryl, you are not going to buy Jack's jersey, but thank you.
I was going to mention the Steamboat Willie because Tim said something. Tim Moody said something about it. Me and him were talking about it early.
Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, I think I might have to get that set because it's kind of cool.
It's cool.
And I love Legos. So.
You do love Legos. The only thing is where to put them. Do you guys buy Legos and put this stuff together? And if so, are you one of those that like glues your Legos together so you can display them?
Well, I know our friend Dan. He and one of our writers at TMSM, he's got the Millennium Falcon. I mean, the big, like 3.5-foot Millennium Falcon. And he told me that it was sitting on their kitchen table because they had no other place in the house to put it. It's too big and it's too heavy, so you kind of gotta.
You kind of have to have the room to put the Legos and things.
I know. I just want the Disney Castle right now. I think that'd be cool.
I would like the castle.
It's still like $300.
I would like that too, but I just don't know where we put it. So anyway,
on the shelf right here.
People
can look at it. Then we can say we're doing our show in front of the castle.
Put it right here.
No, then we can say we're doing our show in front of the castle. Playing on words there.
He's just really on fire tonight, isn't he? All that wit, I swear. Okay, anyway,
You haven't
so
seen nothing
Lego
yet.
Spirit Jersey. Oh, I didn't put that out yet. That's coming out tomorrow, so I can't talk about that.
But you're gonna want to read it then. I don't know what she's talking about either.
So, yes. So merchandise. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about bricks. Can I talk about bricks? This just
And not Lego bricks.
And not Lego bricks. Let's talk about other bricks. So you know the what do you call those?
The memorial.
Well, they're not memorial.
They're memorializing times of celebration. So the
personalized bricks of the Magic Kingdom.
Right. When you're walking up to the Magic Kingdom, you'll see the bricks where they got people's names, and you see them for anniversaries, you see them for births, you see them for
just family,
every possible
whatever.
reason. Yeah, families that went there their first trip, people used to buy the brick, and then they would write into the brick the name of the family, the year. I think some of them had a castle, some of them had the Mickey
you can
head.
pick like the commemorative. Thank you, Erica.
Commemorative. There you go. That's it.
They're not. He was talking like they were tombstones.
I didn't mean it like that.
It's not the Haunted Mansion.
It's not what I meant. But this kind of goes along with last week or a couple weeks ago when they announced they're moving Leave a Legacy statues. So they're also, I guess, moving these bricks or getting rid of them.
No. Okay, so I don't know a ton about it, and I don't know when this is going to happen, so don't ask me when because I don't know. That was really... whatever. Anyway, so the bricks eventually are supposed to be moved, and I know that there is a big overhaul, going on at Magic Kingdom. But those bricks. Now, I talked to someone today, and she had said that when they bought theirs, it was Michelle, that it was only supposed to be around for 10 years, so it actually lasted longer. So what you can do is if you go to the blog that's on our site, it just came out before our show. Erica put out the information. There's if you have one of those bricks in front of the Magic Kingdom, you can call guest services and for $10 they'll give you something to, you're not going to be able to get your brick back. Let's just say that.
Right, because once they pull it up, they're probably going to break or crack or whatever.
Yeah, it's going to be.
But some of them have been there for 25 years.
They've been there a long time. But if this is so cool, because I need to go get one. They have, so you know how you go to the Co-op at Disney Springs and you can go and you can order yourself a phone case and have your name put on it outside of DTEC. Well, in the same spirit of personalization, let's say, you can go to Disney Springs and get yourself a personalized brick. And it is really cool. It's the same setup as the ones at Magic Kingdom.
I can buy you a brick and I got Sharpie. I can't really...
No, you don't write it on Sharpie. They personalize your brick for you. That sounds so weird. I'm going to go to Disney Springs and buy myself a brick.
And what's funny is on the other side of the wall from where they do that is where they sell the Spirit jerseys for dogs.
You can go get yourself a brick
and a Spirit jersey for your dog.
And a Spirit jersey for dogs. No, I don't know. Judy, you'll have to call. Go to our blog. There's a phone number. Check it. Call them and find out what the protocol is going to be for that because I don't know the answer.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the reasoning is. I don't know if they're just finally getting rid of them. Maybe it's getting too much to maintain them as they break down. They have to replace bricks. So maybe it's just becoming a maintenance issue now to where it was a great idea when they started and if it was only a 10-year guarantee.
But there are two different sizes of bricks. The 6-inch is $30. Yep. You can get an 8-inch brick for $50. You can put your your family name. You can pick. All of this is in the blog. If you want to see pictures. You put what names you want on it. You can pick what picture you want on it. They're going to look very similar to the ones that are actually in front of the park.
Right.
And this is really cool because I think spending $30 on a personalized brick to go in the landscaping in front of the house or...
Now, this is a legitimate question, I'm not making a joke, but if you're flying, are you able to ship it? If you flew here and you want one, can they ship it home? Because luggage costs so much money now. So,
you keep your brick with you in your carry-on. What?
What if you don't? Well, I don't know. I'm just curious. It's a question
What's in the
because
bag, ma'am?
There's going to be a brick. Are you going to throw it at somebody? No, it's for my landscaping when I get home.
If you really want it bad enough, right?
And Anne said she thinks they expired in 2011, so that would be the last ones. Probably came out 2001.
Yeah, because with Leave a Legacy, I know at Epcot, I know that program was cut off early on. And I had never even known. Now, I've been going to Disney for years, and I never even realized that you could purchase the bricks at the time. And I thought I knew everything, and I did not. Yeah. So, I don't know. I think that they should be able to ship it for you.
They should be able to.
There's got to be a way. But this is brand new at the Springs, so I don't really know a whole lot about it. But I do plan on going over there and Hoarding a brick.
But didn't Erica and Lindsay tag team this to get it out, the information?
Yeah, Erica Lindsay was at Disney Springs today, and Erica was like, hey, I heard there's something or other about personalized bricks. Can you go check it out? So Lindsay went back and she got the picture. So teamwork.
And Cheryl said they most likely can ship.
Yeah, they probably will.
I thought they could, but I was just curious. I just wanted to make sure that they'd be able to.
I think it's a real. Don't you guys think it's a nice touch, and it's something like that. As long as it doesn't crack. I mean, something that you can keep and put on your, put your landscaping, put on your patio, put wherever.
That'd be horrible to have it shipped to get to your house and it's cracked.
Yes. Oh, and Corey is the one who alerted us about the bricks because he
heard
about it.
Triple team
this
threat.
This was like quite a group effort to get this information, you guys.
And then we're reporting it, so there's like 5 of us in on it.
How many people does it take to report a story at the Main Street Mouse?
At the Main Street Mouse takes every one of them.
Yes. So we had Corey did the alert. Lindsay got the pitch. Erica wrote it up. Boom.
And we're talking about it.
So, go out, Disney Springs. Get yourself a brick. Because we're going to go get one, aren't we?
Yes.
We're going to go get one.
Yes, dear. Okay, are we ready? Because the next thing is this weekend.
Yeah.
So, this weekend, and you'll see a little screenshot appear on your screen in a memento. Spooky Empire takes place here in Orlando. And Spooky has been one of our favorite conventions basically since we moved here. When we heard about it the first time. We really enjoy it. So we will have a booth there this weekend. The banner behind us, which one did I take the screenshot down, is the banner will be in our booth. So find that banner. You will find the Main Street Mouse.
Find that banner.
Find that banner. You can come see us. They have a great guest list for this year. We're going to be there. Erica's going to be there with us.
Yep.
We're hoping to go talk to hopefully some celebrities. We will see. We have a plan in our head of what we're going to try to do. But we will have Michelle's books, both of them on hand.
Both of my books.
We have Lost Princess apparel clothing to sell. We will have Main Street Mouse swag to give away if anybody comes to visit. And we even got some Easter candy to go in the booth to give out to the kids.
As long as we don't eat the Easter candy.
Yeah, I can't guarantee it won't be there when you get there.
So this is one of our favorite conventions. And again, just like we did Huntsville, it'll be 2 weeks ago. Us doing these conventions is a perfect way for us to be able to meet more of the people that follow us.
Yep.
And give you guys buttons, and if you guys want books or the clothing, it's a lot of fun. These conventions are a lot of work, but it's so rewarding to do them. It's
great. So the Wyndham Orlando Resort is where it is this weekend. It's over just off of I-Drive there. If you know where the Orlando Icon is. It's just down from there a little bit, which is the I-360 wheel.
There's Red Robin over there, that Mango's Cuban Cafe, which I would love to go to Mango's and dance.
How do you do it?
Anyway.
But go check them out, spookyempire.com. You can find out about ticket prices, some of the guests who are going to be there, directions, or just any information. They really do a great weekend, is what they do. There's
so much fun. It's not just scary stuff. It's like pop culture things.
It is.
That's the one that I met Kathy and Jimmy at last fall. So,
and she met Anthony Michael Hall a few years ago at it.
I did meet Anthony Michael Hall a few years ago. Do you know how lucky I just had a moment. Do you know how awesome this job has been as far as being able to meet people that I thought that we would never be able to meet?
Mm-hmm.
I think that is fantastic. I'm so thankful for that. It's been great. So, Spooky Empire this weekend, please come out and see us. Come get your Main Street Mouse swag. Check out a book. As far as books go, I just wanted to mention.
You have a book?
I have 2. I don't have the other one in front of me, but this week, the other day, Facebook memories, alert you to fun things. And it was a 2-year anniversary on the 16th of moving to Main Street, USA. So, and this
That's
book,
crazy. 2 years.
It is crazy.
I think it's time for part 2, though.
I think a part 2 should be in the works. What do you guys think? Because this book,
it's not yet. We're not alluding. She hasn't started yet. We're just talking.
It's on my to-do list for
this year.
I'm going to try my best. And I also want to come up with another kid's book as well. But I got things to work on, but I'm going to work on it. But I just wanted to take a second to thank you all so much for the support on this book. I never imagined it would do as well as it did. I didn't imagine it would be so inspirational and touch so many people that it did. And it reiterated the idea that sometimes you're scared to put yourself out there and put your thoughts out there and all these things. And doing so, good things came of it, and it kind of made us a little more relatable to people because, life is hard sometimes, and chasing your dreams is not easy.
And for those that don't know, the book does reside in the Walt Disney Archives out in Burbank, California.
It does.
They'd asked for a copy of it, and it does reside out there. And they've also asked for a copy of How Many Sleeps Till Disney, which they want us to give to them when we're out there for D23.
Yes,
so
we look like we're paused. Are we paused?
Are we paused? Oh, no. They can still hear us then.
Can you still hear us?
So what I can do is I can flip the camera here.
No, wait. Can you, before we're wrapping up, can you guys still see us or no?
They can see us, but they can't. Or they can hear us, but they're not seeing, so I can just flip it and do this camera.
And nobody's complaining yet. Wait.
Oh, they are. You gotta remember they're a few minutes behind.
Oh. Okay, Suzanne, so we're frozen.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna flip it here.
Are we gonna flip it?
Yep, and I'm gonna bring it right here to us. So this is camera number 2.
I know. Why does this keep happening?
I don't know why it keeps freezing up on me. I'm gonna email the company and ask them why. So we'll just flip here to kind of finish up the show with you guys.
Okay, so we're gonna
you can see our big light behind Michelle. That we keep the.
We're so professional.
Yeah, we'll do it that way. There we go. Scooch over. Scooch over a little bit. That was better.
So anyway, I guess that's it. You want to?
Well, yeah, I did have a couple things I wanted to talk about first. Corey, who you all may know, Corey Tucker, he and I have started a podcast. We recorded our first episode, which should be out probably tomorrow. So if you want to listen to it, you can go ahead and go join our Facebook page as well as follow us on Instagram. The podcast is called The Adventurers Club 33. So we took a little play on words there. So Adventurers Club and then Club 33, combined it all into one. So we did record the first show yesterday. I'm doing the editing now, and hopefully we'll have that up and ready for tomorrow to push out to everybody. So we hope you guys enjoy it. We're looking for feedback. There will be a website that will launch tomorrow with all the information as well, and you'll be able to listen to the podcast there, or you can sign up for it on iTunes or whatever service you use for your podcast listening. In addition to that, I also wanted to mention that these shows, we're turning them into a podcast, and we're also uploading them to the Main Street Mouse podcast stream on iTunes. So that way, if you can't watch the show for whatever reason, driving, or you missed it and you just want to listen to it, you'll be able to listen to it. So last week's show is up there and moving forward. So if you either do the search, I think it's the Main Street Mouse, or if you just do TMSM, it should come up as our stream. You'll see our logo for the podcast, and then you can pull that in. But again, Corey's and mine is called the Adventurers Club 33 podcast. Hopefully we'll be up tomorrow. It's just Corey and I kind of talking about the things going on in Disney that we enjoy, and we like to talk about it. And it's a whole different perspective where the site is more run by the girls and they take care of all the blogging and such. This is something for Corey and I. We've talked about it for, 7-8 years probably, that we wanted to do it. And we finally took that chance, like her book says, and put ourselves out there to do something different. So hopefully you guys will follow it. If you go, you can follow the Facebook page. Like I said, just search the Adventurers Club 33 podcast, or on Instagram at the same handle, and you'll find us, and give us a like and follow. And then tomorrow, once the podcast does go out, I will post on both pages so you can be notified.
I'll probably share it to the Main Street Mouse too, so that people know.
Yeah, we're going to try to get it out there, and me and Corey are very open to ideas. If anybody has any ideas of what they think we could do to add to it, we will gladly look into that and possibly come up with that.
Yeah, and also don't forget about TMSM Radio.
Yes.
Because...
You know what? I can put that up real quick. Just
you don't have to.
You sure? It's right here.
It's okay. TMSM Radio. Check that out, because we are... we gotta mention it too?
We can mention a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I'll do it. You finish this.
Okay, so we want to make sure that everybody is happy with the radio station. I would love to hear your feedback on all of that. And we're going to be altering that a little bit as well. Yes. We're going to, constantly mix it up. Playlists. Is that what you
Corey's actually going to come on and help me with that. Corey knows Disney music and rides and attractions better than I think anybody I know does.
He's like our resident
historian. He really is. So Corey's going to sit there and he's going to try to come up with hours to make things themed. Is what we're talking about. So he's going to be working on that with me. We're also talking about possibly doing this show live on the radio station. So if you can't watch it, you'll be able to listen to it through the radio stream. Also, we're looking at possibly where Michelle, if she wanted to, could log in at, say, 7 o'clock on a Thursday night and DJ for an hour.
And put on club music.
And put on Disney club music, because it has to be Disney inspired.
Okay.
But I'm glad to see all the comments that everybody loves it and that they like listening to it. I know I get comments, emails all the time about people loving it. We're trying to keep it updated and fresh and different music all the time. Hours of One Little Spark would be perfect for Michelle to host.
No. Even in the club remix, no. Sorry.
So one last thing I want to mention before we do our sign off, and this is pretty cool and exciting, and Michelle alluded to it the other day on her personal page, just saying great things are happening. We were in contact with a couple of gentlemen who were part of the Mickey Mouse Club in the 90s. They were actually on the show. Chase, who was eventually the host of the show, and also Dale, who was on the show. We got to speak to them both, and they're actually doing a 30th reunion this May during MegaCon in Orlando here. So they're actually coming back home to Orlando to do Mickey Mouse Club 30th anniversary reunion.
Yes.
Because we didn't realize this the other day, but they actually helped open the studios.
There's also, we don't want to give away too much until we get more information, but the fact that these former Mouseketeers want us to help them with this, it's for charity, and it's so cool. We got off the phone with them, and I was like, because it's so cool. And do you guys remember? Okay, I know I have fellow '90s kids watching. And if you, somebody mentioned New Kids on the Block. So do you remember the group, The Party? They were out around the same time New Kids on the Block were. Mm-hmm. And they had a couple of songs, Google that. The one guy, Chase, was in that group. Right. And I remembered the songs. And they're working on a big Mouseketeer reunion. He told us some things that we cannot talk about.
Yeah, there's certain things they said this is not public knowledge yet. You can't tell it. But they also told us they're going to give us some breaking news to drop to you guys as it comes out. So
please.
It's going to be a full weekend. So the full weekend of MegaCon here in Orlando. That's also they're going to be doing a panel at MegaCon
hosted by Joey Fatone.
Joey Fatone from NSYNC. Who we found out Joey Fatone was in the audience for almost every episode of the Mickey Mouse Club back in the 90s because he went to school with a lot of these kids who were on the show at the time, so they all know him, and he's
a lot of them were from Orlando.
Yeah, a lot of them were from Orlando.
And they did their schooling on Hollywood Studios property. Right. We got some great stories from them. And
they're actually they've already talked to them that Dale and Chase are actually going to come on and do a show with us on Skype. We're going to Skype them in so they can talk to you guys with Michelle and go back and forth about things that are going to be coming with this event.
Yeah, so watch for that. MegaCon is at the end of May.
Yeah,
but we're going to be, hopefully, we're going to be able to work with them more close to see all the events that are coming out for the Mouseketeer reunion. I think that it's so exciting. It's so exciting for us because, again, some of the opportunities that we have been given has been a huge blessing, and I'm really excited about this one. I'm super excited to cover and help them get the word out, cover their event. But please stay tuned for that because I promise to put more information about that soon.
Yeah, and if you just do a Google search on Mickey Mouse Club. Or look
up MMC30.
MMC30. You can see the website. They're going to have some great events. There's going to be the panel and a signing at MegaCon. There's also going to be an after-hours party at Epcot. Yep. There's going to be a dinner at Epcot with all the cast. There's going to be an event on Sunday.
The after-hours party is like a 90s dance party. You know I'm down for that.
Yeah, and it's going to be at Epcot after Illuminations in World Show Place.
And all the money goes to charity for these tickets. It's going to go for Give Kids the World and the One Pulse Foundation. Yes. So it's all for a good cause, and it's really going to be amazing.
Yeah, so we're very excited that they even wanted to work with us on this. We're going to really help them promote it as best we can, and we hope that once more information comes out, some of you guys will even want to come and attend the events with us, and we'll see you there.
90s dance party, you guys. Hosted with Joey Fatone.
I know, I'm excited just to see Joey Fatone.
We need to get him on our show.
We're working on that too.
So we'll see. But anyway, stay tuned for that because that's super exciting.
It is. It's very exciting.
Can you tell I'm excited?
She's a little excited. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put up our social media now so we can bring that in here. So as we close up, as we do every week, here's our social medias that you can follow us on. So on Facebook, Instagram, and now YouTube, it's all The Main Street Mouse. So if you're following those, great. If you're not, please go out there and give them a follow.
Following those, great. If not,
that's wonderful. But if you're not, go join them right away. You don't want to miss any of what we do.
You really don't.
Also on Twitter at Main Street Mouse. The girls have kind of taken on a mission to kind of get our Twitter rolling again, so they're all working on that and to get that page rolling. So hopefully we can increase the numbers there and get more people to see the magic as it rolls out. You can also you can follow Michelle and I on Instagram. You can follow Michelle M. Atwood. It's Michelle with 1L. Or myself, TMSM Avenger. Both of us on Instagram. We're posting all the time. Don't forget to also follow Adventurers Club 33 on Instagram and Facebook for Corey and I's new podcast that's coming out. I think that's everything we had, is it not?
That's it.
I think that's
I appreciate you guys tolerating all our silliness this week. Actually, I appreciate you tolerating our silliness every week. So thank you so much. We're coming up on our 1-year anniversary of this crazy show. And
we need to have a party.
It's super exciting that people are still watching after a year. But,
thank you so much.
Thank you for not giving up on us.
And don't forget, next week, I won't be in this chair. DJ Elliot from Walt Disney World is supposed to be here in place of me.
He's traveling a lot. I hope he's able to.
He's in Seattle this weekend for Emerald City Comic Con, which was this past weekend. But next week he will be here in my seat and talking to you guys and Michelle, and she's gonna find out everything he's doing and working with.
Yeah. Okay. And also, please again, Spooky Empire, look it up.
Yes.
I will be there. If you already have one of my books and just want it signed, bring it with you. If you just want TMSM swag, just come.
If you just want to come say hi, come say hi.
Talk to us.
Like I said, it'll be us and Erica.
And
will be there all
Erica
weekend.
is going to be working with us too. It is going to be such a good time this weekend. We have set up Thursday night. Yep. Spooky Empire is Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep. I believe it kicks off at noon on Friday. Is that what time it is?
I'm not sure, but you can find
check
out
on the
information on their website. It's going to be a great weekend. And I'm sure we have all kinds of great things to tell you about next Monday, as usual.
Definitely.
And thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
Yep, definitely.
That's it.
That's it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. We really appreciate it. We will see you guys next week. Well, Michelle and Elliot will see you next week. I'll be behind the camera.
See you next Monday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you so much.